Exactly 2 years ago, I started day trading. And here's how my journey is going. 19th of February 2024 is exactly when I started to day trade. I never really wanted to start day trading because of the simple fact that I didn't believe in day trading. And today, exactly, which is more of a coincidence, is that I'm going to be requesting a payout that equals my total part-time salary, which was at my old job. So we're basically gonna try request it today. What will be given to me is $10,924. This is so crazy to me because I never thought I would make it here, right? There was multiple times where I wanted to give up. There were multiple times where I didn't want to trade. I didn't want to blow any more accounts. There were multiple times when my parents looked at me in disgust because I wasn't making any money, right? And it's so hard for me to say this because of the simple fact that my parents never believed in me. No one believed in me. It was only me against every single person. Everybody told me, you're never gonna make it in trading. Everybody was like, you're never gonna make it in trading. I remember my first ever payout, it was an $800 payout from Equity Edge. And I remember telling my dad about it. I was so proud about telling my dad. And do you know what his reaction was? He literally said, people that work 9 to 5 make more than this. Why are you showing me this? And that really hit me because I was like, I've been studying so hard. I've been working so hard. I've been waking up at every day at London session just for my dad to tell me that it doesn't fascinate him that I made an $800 payout. That $800 payout was from my own hard work. It wasn't me working under anybody else. It was from my own hard work. Today I'm at a place where I'm making 60K a month, 70K a month. I'm having more than 10K a month easily on average. Today is the 19th and I've already requested around $40,000 in payouts, which is so crazy to me because I've accomplished so much. I bought my first ever car, which was a G82 M4 competition, 2023 model. Spec was absolutely beautiful. I did it with my own hard-earned money from trading. I bought this GLE 53, 2024. With what? With my own hard money, which I worked for from trading. I got this watch right here, Olive Day. From what? My own hard money, which is so crazy for me to even say this. That yes, I made it. Yes, I was one of the few people that didn't give up. And I know a lot of people watching this are going to be in the same state thinking, I want to give up, I want to give up. But I'm going to tell you, if you have a true passion behind trading, please do not give up. Trading can change your life, and it can only change your life when you do it properly. If you don't do it properly, it will never work. My journey wasn't easy at all. I was blowing accounts. I was crying. There was nights where I used to cry because I didn't have money and I really wanted to make trading work. There was times I had to borrow money from my friends, and in order to pay back my first friend, I had to borrow money from another friend. That's how tough life was back then. I was working at iSmash retail. I had to wake up at 7 a.m. for London session, leave for work at 9 with nothing in my belly, all because I wanted to look for a trade, look for a setup. I didn't care about eating. I didn't care about looking the best at my workplace. I just wanted to make everything work. Every time I took a step towards my workplace, I got so infuriated because why am I working here? Is my time really worth £9 an hour? It wasn't. I'm going to say this again. Your time is not worth $20. You're not going to trade your time for money. People trade their money for time. You've got the exact wrong equation. This is why you're not making money. I really remember my first ever 10K month. It wasn't 10K at all. It was around October where I made $27,000. And I had only 3 funded accounts from which I got 3 different payouts. 9K, 9K, 9K. And I remember I thought this was luck. I thought maybe this is a lucky thing. The next month I made 30K from them same Apex accounts. And now that I look back at it, that was the only thing that kept me going because I never developed an ego. I was never like, I'm the best trader in the world. I never got so happy that I made $50,000 in 2 months. I never let that get to my head. I was always like, maybe I got lucky. Maybe I'm not the best trader in the world. That's what kept me grinding. That's what kept me trying to push up, push up, push up, until I'm looking down and I'm seeing where I started, and it's such a wonderful feeling. And I really wish every single person watching this gets to experience something like this, because it's truly amazing that you can make money, make your parents happy, make your mom proud, help your siblings out, help your friends out. I gave my dad £10,000 in cash. And I remember clearly 6 months ago when I started day trading, I wrote that down in my book saying I need to give my dad £10,000. I told my dad again and again throughout months and months and months. And guess what? I made that happen. Do you know how proud I felt when that happened? And that money was through day trading, payouts, all because I acquired a skill that was actually going to pay me, which is so crazy to me if I think about it. Now I'm just pressing buttons to make money. But back then I didn't do it to make money. I only made it. I only done it so the little me was happy that I never gave up. I could never give up anyways, because of the simple fact that it wasn't in me to let my own self down because I failed. There was no failure in my life anyways. I got good grades in GCSEs, I got good grades in A levels, but that doesn't mean anything, because at the end of the day, my bank account was extremely low. And guess what? I made that change. I made that difference. I made everything happen according to how I want it to do. And that was all with the will of God. If you have God by your side, no one can stop you. No one can harm you. No one can do anything to you as long as you have God by your side. I remember the day that I bought my M4 competition. It was my dream car. In Discord calls, in Instagram stories, TikTok posts, I would always say I'm gonna get an M4 competition, I'm gonna get a G82. I even bought my own number plate 3 years before I bought the car, because I knew I would never give up. I always trusted myself. I always believed in myself. I always knew my work ethic was going to be way stronger than the failures that were gonna come for me. With almost $1 million in payouts from verified prop funds, every single person that is watching this video, I want you to prosper. I want you to never give up trading. And I want you to do it for the younger you that made you start. You cannot give up. It's not in you to give up. You want to make sure you give the best effort. Every account that I've blown, every trade that I've missed, every trade that I've stupidly not taken, every trade that I've used wrong risk management, that led me here. You're always going to get failures in your life. You're always going to get bad days. You're always going to get days where nothing is going your way. But do not let that stop you from knowing that one day has no meaning in the bigger picture of all the good days that you've had. One bad day doesn't define the person you are. One bad trade does not define the type of trader you are. One blown account does not make you a bad trader. I could have saved a lot of money if I just knew the factors that I know now. And you guys are hearing it from me, a person who's done $1 million in payouts. Everything has been documented on my TikTok, on my Discords. But it's genuinely so crazy to think that I would have made it to this position where I'm making a YouTube video like this. I remember the hard days. I remember the times where I wanted to give it up. I wanted to quit trading forever. I've been through that. But guess what? I never gave up. Every blown account, every bad trade, every trade that I've revenge traded, it all led me down to this place here, which right now I'm standing with an M4 competition, a GLE 53 AMG in my garage. All of that done at 21 years of age. And I'm going to say this for once and for all. Please do not give up day trading. This is the only chance that you have at making it in life.